game for the Illini and leads them in scoring and minutes played. He cans nearly 40% from behind the arc, and he's the Big Ten's leading freshman scorer. Indiana center Kirk Haston is second in freshman scoring. He shoots 52% from the field, 70% line, and is the Big Ten's leading freshman rebounder. It's a battle of the Big Ten's youngest and brightest with tournament season as they take on the 17th ranked Indiana Hoosiers. And for the Indiana Hoosiers, of course, it's been an inconsistent year, but it has been a good year for the Hoosiers, and a win tonight you would figure would get them into the NCAA tournament. I'm Dick Bramer along with John Laskowski. Both Indiana and Illinois are very young this year. How young? Neither team tonight will start a senior. And of course, with youth comes mistakes, but both teams have very talented young freshmen. Indiana has used some younger players to put themselves in a position, John, to maybe clinch an NCAA spot tonight.
Right, here's the Big Ten standings. Indiana at 7-7 has a chance to get to 9-7. Could move all the way up to third for the Big Ten tournament. Illinois having a tough year at 3-12.
And we talked about the youth of these two teams. Kirk Haston has done a great job, the redshirt freshman for the Hoosiers.
He has. He's a good shooter when he just gets time to get his feet set and goes right up with it. Here you see him set the pick. He bounces off the pick, and he's ready to score. Good inside player for Indiana. For Illinois, it's Corey Bradford, 15 points a game. And look at the three-point shooting. He's better there than he is from two-point land, but he's also worked on his drive. He's been the offense for Illinois. Only Illinois player to be in double figures for the season.
Top two scoring freshmen in the Big Ten. Now let's take a look at tonight's fueling factors, brought to you by Fast Max Convenience Stores.
Indiana needs to score 70 points. Illinois has not won a game in the Big Ten when their opponent has scored 70. And they need to control Bradford. At 15 points a game, he can hurt you by scoring and by passing off. For Illinois, they need to stop Guyton and Recker. Indiana's 24-6 when they combine for 30 or more points. And Illinois must improve on their shooting. They only shoot 39% from the field and 63% from the free throw line.
Well, we talked about how young these two teams are. It is senior night here in Champaign. Illini have just one senior, and he's Arius Davis playing his last collegiate game here tonight. In Champaign, Dick Bramer and John Laskowski. Illinois' last game of its regular season, and of course the Big Ten tournament coming up next weekend in Chicago. Bob Knight in his 28th year at Indiana. Indiana putting together its 29th consecutive winning season. The wins have added up for Indiana. They've already got 20 this year. Let's take a look at the Sagamore Health Network starting lineups. Caring, compassionate, and cost-effective. That's Sagamore Health Network.
For Indiana, Michael Lewis and A.J. Guyton. Luke Recker, really a guard playing forward. Larry Richardson coming off a career-high 18 points, 12 rebounds against Michigan. And we talked about Kirk Haston. For Illinois, Corey Bradford, he's the guy to watch for them. Cleotis Brown. Sergio McLean's at forward. Krapalia, he had a great game against Indiana. 16 rebounds the last times these two teams played, and he had a career-high 18 against Iowa on Sunday. Chukwudebe winds up the lineup.
Lon Kruger in his third year at Illinois, a rebuilding year for the Illini. We'll come back with the opening tap of tonight's game in just a moment. Indiana won the first meeting this year between these two schools, 62-53. And we're underway here tonight. The tap controlled by Illinois. Back to Corey Bradford. Demir Krupalia. Ball tip and out of bounds. It goes to Indiana. Luke Recker with a hand on the pass and the first turnover of the game. If you look at the history, a long one between these two schools. The 140th meeting between these two schools in basketball. Larry Richardson had that great game against Michigan last weekend. And now Recker turns it over to Illinois.
Got the ball in low where Indiana wants to get it is to Richardson, but he didn't quite know what to do with it. Caused the other players to stand around in the turnover.
And Bradford will bring up the ball, trying to reset the Illinois offense. This Illinois team with a couple of conference wins at home, but they played everybody tough, almost everybody tough here at Assembly Hall. First shot of the game comes off. Cleotis Brown with the jumper. Michael Lewis feeds the outside. Haston spins away from Chukwudebe. A miss tipped off the glass. It comes down to McLean. And now a foul called on Larry Richardson.
Richardson was right there for the tap. It seemed to go just off his hand, and in frustration commits that foul. Interesting matchup as Illinois put McLean on A.J. Guyton. Guyton very quick. That'll be a key matchup to watch.
Possession number 3 for the Illini. Illinois, a team that has shown improvement, as you might expect from a young team, over the course of the year. Chukwudebe on the right baseline.
Illinois likes to feed that post on either side, and that time Chukwudebe took the road to the baseline, hit the shot.
McLean comes out to guard Guyton. A hook by Haston comes off to Chukwudebe. McLean's 15-footer. Rebounded by Chukwudebe. Going up strong and rolls off. Chukwudebe wrestling with Richardson. It's tied up. And we'll see whether possession had been established by the Illini. Apparently it had. Indiana will get the ball back.
Richardson comes over to help, just misses on the block shot. Krapalia and then Chukwudebe and Richardson get tied up, and that'll be Indiana ball. Substitution as Washington comes in. Bob Knight saw something with Kirk Hasty he didn't like, and Washington replaces it.
And for the record, that was a true tie-up. The arrow's been changed, and now Brown is called for a foul on Record.
Recker went to the free throw line 25 times against Michigan on Sunday, made 22. And the reason he did, because he slashed to the basket without the ball, and then when he received it, he was ready to score or drive, and Michigan fouled him.
2 minutes into the game, and Indiana's yet to score. Recker to Guyton. Recker spots up for a 3. In and out, rebounded by Cleotis Brown.
Illinois wants a low-scoring game, and so far the first 2.5 minutes, that's exactly what they've got. 2-0.
Brown tries to spin away from Lewis. A pass intended for Chukwudebe along the baseline is tipped out of bounds. Illinois will get it back.
Illinois averaging 57 points a game in Big Ten play. That's all they score, so obviously they want to keep that game in the 50s. They only give up 65, and they've only lost by an average of about 4.5 points here at home.
Good sign for Corey Bradford. He's been struggling a bit with his shot, particularly early in games, and he hits a 3 to put Illinois up 5-0.
Good save by Lewis.
Over and back. Lewis lost his balance and fell over the line.
Let's watch Bradford on the out-of-bounds play. He stays right in the lane, and then here's the pick by Chukwudebe. Guyton can't get around it, and he's next.
A 5-0 start for Illinois. Bradford, like Haston, a redshirt freshman. Chukwudebe steps up for a 15-footer. 7-0 Illinois.
Indiana's really concentrating on Bradford. They ended up with 2 guys on him. That left Chukwudebe open. He hit the jumper.
Indiana needs an icebreaker.
The offense just not going for Indiana. That jump hook way off.
Too strong by Richardson. Here comes Illinois. Bradford fakes the 3, takes the 2. Rebound tip, Krapalia off the head of Guyton. It'll go back to Illinois.
Tell you, Dick, there's something about senior night. I don't care where you go around this league. They announced the 2 managers for Illinois are seniors, and only 1 player, Arius Davis, who doesn't get in a lot. But it got the crowd going, and it's got the team, the whole Illinois team going, and mentally they're more in the game than Indiana is.
And a foul on Michael Lewis. A rough start for Bob Knight and the Hoosiers.
Foul is on number 24, Michael Lewis. Number 1 on Lewis.
Yeah, this is senior night, and it's always special, even if you don't have much of a senior class. Arius Davis, the only senior not starting, to the surprise of some.
Well, you look at the orange shirts there, the students. There's some senior students in there, boy. It's their last game, too. And they're letting people know about it.
Krapalia and it's 9-0 Illinois. Finally, the icebreaker, a 3 for Recker.
Recker went down, but no foul call. Tommy Rucker shook his head. No contact there, but Indiana's on the board.
Lynn Washington in the game for Indiana. Now a steal for the Hoosiers, and Recker takes it home.
5 quick points for Recker, and Indiana's got to do more things on defense. Illinois has gotten off to a good start. They're making some of their shots, and that will help Indiana right there.
Chukwudebe posting up. Washington right there defensively for Indiana. McLean lost it in the lane. Another Illinois turnover. Guyton sprints it up the floor. Dropped off nicely for Washington. He missed the shot, but he'll go to the free throw line, and this could be a 7-point run put together in quick fashion by the Hoosiers.
They've done it with the defense. Another steal there. The errant pass that gave Guyton a chance to bring the 3-on-2 breakdown. Washington got fouled. Bob Knight considering his next move. It's really been a tough team for him. He mentioned to me this morning at the shoot-around that his best offensive players are not his best defensive players, and his best defensive players aren't his best offensive. He can't platoon, so he just keeps substituting guys when he can, but it's very frustrating.
Indiana, like a lot of teams in the Big Ten, they've been unable to put together any kind of substantial winning streak. When was the last time in Big Ten play that neither Indiana nor Purdue has been able to put together as much as a 3-game winning streak in Big Ten play? Yet that's the case this year.
Indiana has won 4 of their last 6, but it has been tough for them to put the strings together.
1 of 2 for Washington. Illinois started the game with a 9-point run. Now the Hoosiers have come back. With a 9-point run. Now the Hoosiers have come back thanks to Luke Recker.
Just after he made his 3-point court awareness, he saw that Bradford was in trouble losing the ball. He comes up for the double team. Bradford does have trouble. Recker steals it away. Big basket for Indiana. They've scored 6 straight now.
As big a game as he had against Michigan, he had just the 1 field goal, and he's got 2 already tonight.
He hasn't been to the line yet, though. I'll tell you, 25 times at the free throw line.
Pass a little bit too far for McLean on the backdoor cut. The 4th Illinois turnover here in the first 5 minutes and change. Here's Lon Kruger. We'll get the opportunity to rest his young team this weekend. They wrap up their regular season now. They'll probably appreciate the rest going into the Big Ten tournament. Hawkins with the rebound.
Kruger, a 3-2 record against Indiana. One of the few coaches with a winning record against Indiana.
Of course, the co-champions in the Big Ten a year ago. Down along the baseline, Lucas Johnson finds Archibald. Robert Archibald hits a jump shot off the bench. A true freshman for Illinois. And pushes the lead back out to 5.
6'10", he's out there on Michael Lewis.
Hold on Hawkins at the baseline. The 3rd Illinois foul.
There we see Richardson. Richardson got the ball that time and right away went to the dribble to try to get to the basket. Remember the first possession they threw it into him. He really didn't know what to do, and it caused a turnover. He's got to move quickly with the ball when he gets it.
The 3rd on Illinois.
Indiana with Dane Fife in the ball game now. That's Fife with the basketball. Fife penetrates. Guyton couldn't quite handle the pass.
Zone now by Illinois since they brought Johnson in.
Recker steps up. 3 is short. Tipped up. Off the rim. No good by Larry Richardson, but Indiana gets it back. Guyton, a long 3. That comes out. Rebounded by Archibald.
Guyton, the most prolific 3-point shooter in Indiana history. 199 3-point shots made.
Double figures in his last 11 games. Hawkins strong inside for Illinois.
He had 10 points the last 2 times these 2 teams met. He only averages about 5.8, so he likes to play against Indiana.
A 7-point Illinois lead. 7 minutes into the game, you can see Indiana not shooting the ball well at all. Richardson gets it back to Fife. Double teamed and a travel. Fife turns it over to Illinois.
Fife's a very good defensive player, but he hasn't found his offensive game. Scored 26 points a game in Clarkston, Michigan, but still trying to learn the offense in the Big Ten.
Turnovers even at 4 apiece.
For the Illini, Cleotis Brown, for McLean.
Illinois 1 and 6. Or rather 2 and 6 in the Big Ten play. 2 and 5, I should say. Bradford takes the feed back from Archibald and scores.
Illinois likes to set the high pick either side for Bradford. He can take the jumper off it or go all the way to the hoop. That time it got him a layup.
Now Illinois has put together a 6-point run, ended by Guyton.
Guyton very quick off the dribble. He's good on the three-point line, but he likes to drive as well, that time in the lane.
Interesting matchup tonight, although they're not matched up on the floor. You've got Guyton and Sergio McLean, high school foes at Peoria.
Trying to see who the better player from Peoria is in tonight's game. A lot of pride on the line there.
Luke Jimenez in the game for Indiana as the Hoosiers get the basketball. Guyton gets a bit of a breather.
A lot of substitution, really, by both teams, but particularly Indiana trying to find the right offensive-defensive mix. But now Illinois got the lead back up to 7. Turnover.
Brown got a hand on the pass. Another Indiana turnover. The 5th Hoosier turnover in the game. Hawkins. Gladness is guarding him. Hawkins has it come off the rim. Jimenez rebounds for Indiana. Tipped away by Bradford out of bounds. Indiana will get it back. 11:31 left in the first half. Illinois leads it by 7. And Corey Bradford has 5 of those points, off to a good start shooting tonight.
But he gives the ball up, then he comes off the high screen. That frees him up to get in the lane. Good move as he sidesteps Dane Fife and gets the soft shot to go.
Bradford had a tough first half against Northwestern 2 games ago, then found his shot in the second half, and then against the Hawkeyes in Illinois' last game, 4 of 17 from the field, just 1 of 10 outside the arc.
Likes playing here at Illinois, too. Averages almost 19 a game in Big Ten play.
Well, you'd expect that from a freshman, wouldn't you? Play a little bit better, maybe a lot better at home. Record driving and drawing the foul. Second foul on Chukwudebe.
Indiana's having a tough time getting the shots they want. With this lineup, Recker's really the only offensive player that they have, so he needs to be aware of that. The rest of the team needs to be aware of that and go into him.
In the middle of his afternoon on the line against Michigan. And again, he was 22 of 25 in that game. He had a string of 20 broken. And then missed a couple late in the game and misses his first free throw here tonight.
You see what a big part of the offense he's been for Indiana. Hits 1 or 2 there.
Guyton leading the team in scoring at 16-4 a game, and Brecker just a couple of ticks below him at 16-2. Off the leg of Chukwudebe, I beg your pardon, it's off Haston out of bounds. Illinois will get it back.
Haston tried to force Chukwudebe out, get him out to about 15, 17 feet. He's not as comfortable, but he gets that ball in the block, he's going to score.
Former walk-on Nate Mast in the ball game for Illinois. Johnson drives on Record. Haston comes over and draws the charge.
So weak side help by Indiana. Always they shade over to see who might be driving from the strong side. Let's watch Haston get in shape. Here he comes. And there's the call.
Foul starting to add up for Illinois. Johnson with his first, the team's 5th. Here in the first 9 minutes, 10 seconds. Record for a 3, again short. And the rebound tipped out of bounds by Chukwudebe. He and Haston fighting for position, and Indiana will get the ball.
Illinois is a very good rebounding team. They rank 2nd in the conference all games in the rebounding area.
A miss by Recker and a tip that came off by Fife. Another try for the Hoosiers. Haston gets the rebound. It comes off to Krapalia.
Good shots for Indiana, nothing dropping.
4, 5 good opportunities for the Hoosiers. Now Mast at the other end is short. And Jimenez active on the boards, picks up the 6th Illinois foul, this one on Krupalia.
Foul is on the Illini.
Now Krupalia in there to do the rebounding. You see Bob Knight, Luke Jimenez. Both teams really going after those boards. It's tough to get a clean rebound in tonight's game.
Talked about Illinois rebounding pretty well this year, and that's an oddity. They had so much experience last year and so much youth this year, yet this year, despite their struggles, they're a better rebounding team.
Correct. They lost 7 seniors and 85% of their scoring, but this is a year where these players are going to learn a lot. Ohio State did it last year, Illinois this year.
Nice feed from Easton to Guyton on the back door. Guyton with 4, and Illinois leads by 4. Arius Davis, the lone senior on this year's Illinois team, in the ball game now. That's Davis with the ball now. Came off the bench to score 20 in Illinois' big win over Clemson. Krupalia left all alone. 17-footer comes off. Hawkins has the rebound tipped away by Recker, but Recker had his foot over the baseline, and Illinois will get it back. Some of the other scores brought to you by ESPN.com, part of the Go Network. About 25 action around college basketball tonight. Kentucky with a quick burst. Ohio State leading Wisconsin. And Duke, the #1 team in the nation, playing later tonight. Davis from the baseline comes off. Michael Lewis for Indiana on the run. Recker gets the basket, and a block underneath is called on Bradford.
Bradford, the only player back for Illinois at 3-on-1. Lewis does the right thing here. He knows his scorer is Recker, so he goes to his side. Bradford can't get there quick enough. His feet weren't set. And Recker hits the basket and the free throw.
Recker at the line, 1 of 2 tonight. He has 8 of the 13 Indiana points.
In for Indiana, number 23, Rob Turner.
In for Indiana is Rob Turner.
Turner for Recker.
And Recker takes a seat.
Indiana has 2 seniors. That's Gladness and Turner now in the game. And in fact, all 3 of the seniors on these squads are junior college transfers, only 2-year players at their respective schools.
Air ball by McLean. Gladness to Guyton. Less than 9 minutes to play in this first half. Guyton stops and goes, and then overshoots Haston. Illinois will take advantage of the Indiana turnover.
Hey, Illinois just got a very sticky defense. These guys are hustling, they rebound well, and this is the score they want. 15-14, 8:47 left. This is Illinois' kind of game.
A lot of Big Ten coaches have had a tough time keeping their eye on the game at times. Hawkins inside, big and strong, and now Hawkins has his second field goal, 4 points.
They listed him at 285 in preseason, down to about 270 now. He has taken up a lot of space in there. Great rebounder.
And now a double dribble by Guyton, back-to-back turnovers for A.J. Guyton. 7th Indiana turnover in the game.
Well, Lonturger's going to build this team around defense first and then score some points. He's doing a very nice job of that. He'll keep a game in the 50s. In fact, they beat Wisconsin 53-51. Big win for Illinois this year.
Illinois by 3. Left open in the corner, Krupalia. Krupalia with 4 points, coming off a career game, 18 against Iowa with 9 rebounds.
He's got a great future here. Very smooth, 6'8" player. Be a good forward here at Illinois.
Start of the year, they wanted to redshirt him. They just struggled. Another near turnover by Guyton. Had the ball stripped away by Bradford. Lewis steps inside and bounces it out of bounds. Indiana misfiring on 3 straight possessions. As a result, Illinois has a 5-point lead. It leads by 5. Take a look at our first half game summary, brought to you by Prairie Farms Ice Cream. Taste the homemade goodness of Prairie Farms.
Oh, there's the trouble for Indiana, just 26%. They normally shoot 46%. Illinois is shooting a league worst 38%, but look at this, 45 in tonight's game. Recker has 9, Bradford only 5 for Illinois.
9 turnovers don't help either.
That's credit the Illinois defense.
That's
they
right.
are making it tough for Indiana to get even easy passes to the players they want.
Saw that last night in West Lafayette. Purdue did such a great job on Quincy Lewis and the Gophers, forcing 25 turnovers. Haston with the rebound, getting good position on Robert Archibald.
Interesting, those two teams meet again tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's, at Minnesota.
Indiana's turned it over 3 consecutive times down the floor. Finally a shot, but it's short from Haston. And Krupalia is held by Gladness.
Oh, I like Krupalia, 6'8", 215. From Bosnia. Played high school ball in the St. Louis area and came to Illinois. Watch the rebound, gets position, hands up, extended, pull it down tight, and the foul.
Mentioned before they wanted to redshirt him this year, and that was the plan for a good part of the non-conference schedule, but then they had problems getting consistent play in the 4 spot, and they pulled the redshirt off, and right now Krupalia is one of their better players.
I talked to Lon Kruger before the game.
A foul before the shot, a hold on Haston.
And Coach Kruger had mentioned it's a young team. Here you see some of their youth. This is a good drive by Johnson.
No basket.
Johnson, a freshman. But these freshmen are getting a chance to play. The sophomores, 5 freshmen, 5 sophomores on this team. They're going to get to play. They need to learn how not to lose. These kids all know how to win. You have to learn how not to lose in the Big Ten, and then you can vie for the Big Ten championships.
Rob Turner with a quick leap to get the loose ball. Recker steps inside the arc. In and out. A tough shooting night for the Hoosiers, at least so far here in the first half. Now Haston wins the race to the rebound, and a foul picked up by Archibald. Illinois over the foul limit. That's the 8th Illinois foul.
Look at the lineup now that Lon Kruger has. 3 freshmen, a sophomore, and senior Arius Davis currently in the lineup for Illinois.
Haston at the line for a 1-and-1. Indiana not its typically efficient self at the free throw line this year, despite Recker's performance against Michigan. Indiana just shooting 68% from the line. For Illinois, it gets even worse. They do not have a starter shooting 70% from the line, but maybe some of that can be attributed to how young they are as well.
Could be getting used to shooting in some of these Big Ten arenas. The good news for Indiana, in the last 3 games, they're up to 78%. So trying to reverse that trend. Illinois with now 18 fouls, so Indiana will get 2 the rest of the way.
2 makes for Haston, and it's a 3-point Illinois lead. Hawkins with Haston guarding him. Archibald backs in on Gladness. Brown open for a 3. Long rebound, and Hawkins gets there first.
That's what happens on a 3-point shot. Most times that ball comes way out, and it's really an advantage to the offensive team.
Haston strips it away from Hawkins and gets the rebound. Good defense by Kirk Haston.
Haston went up strong that time.
And a foul on Archibald, his second. Haston will go right back to the free throw line.
Indiana went 13 minutes in the Michigan game without scoring. Let's watch as Hawkins and Haston fight for the board, and Archibald with the foul. So Indiana can survive without field goals, but they need to take advantage of the free throws. That's what got them the victory against Michigan.
Another 1-and-1 opportunity here for Haston, the 9th Illinois foul, and Archibald will sit with 2 fouls. How important was it for Haston to have that redshirt year last year?
Very important. He's still going to get a little more weight, but he gained a lot of confidence. Didn't know how much Indiana would use him this year, but surprisingly they used him quite a bit. He's scoring well, 9 points a game, 6 rebounds. He and Bradford really the top 2 freshmen in the league this year.
And both had the luxury of sitting and watching last year. Particularly, I would think, for big men, that extra year that particularly at the start allows them to get stronger. And Hawkins tries to find some room in the lane. He's short, and Hastings right there for the rebound again.
Hey, that's a good move by Hawkins. And he looks comfortable with that shot, just has not fallen these last 2 times.
Guyton from the baseline hits a 3, and Indiana has the lead.
That was a tough shot, floating to the left, long for 3-point range, and Guyton hits it.
Indiana by 2, and now a hold called on Rob Turner. That is just the 6th foul on Indiana.
Foul on number 23, Rob Turner.
Let me back that up. Just the 5th Indiana foul.
Fife comes in for Turner after that foul.
Illinois stuck on 19 for a long time here. Less than 5 minutes to play, and now McLean is called for an offensive foul.
It's Fife, the defensive player for Indiana, matched up with McLean. Fife got him in the lane. Lon Kruger on the Illinois bench.
Lon Kruger appealing to Randy Drury, one of the 3 officials here. Dan Chrisman and Tom Rucker fill out the crew here, the officiating crew.
There you see Indiana 15-4 in just under the last 8 minutes. It's got them back in this game, leaded by 2.
And as you said earlier, they've done it with defense and rebounding. Guyton, tough shot, and he hits another 3. 10 here in the first half. Back-to-back threes for A.J. Guyton. And Lon Kruger needs a timeout. And it looks like it's going to be a full timeout. And Lon Kruger talking now with Tom Rucker. I think he wants to get the attention of Dan Chrisman. 20-second timeout brought to you by Spies.
There you see Illinois' record at home, 1-6. But look at that, Michigan State by 2, Ohio State by 3. They beat Wisconsin by 2. So they're losing by about 4.5 points a game. Northwestern, surprisingly, had the biggest victory over the Illini here at home. They're very difficult to play. Watch A.J. Guyton. You hit that first 3-pointer, boy, you just want to take that second one. This time just off the front of the rim. He's made 2 3-point shots in a row. Good screen there by Gladness. He held his position. Gets Guyton a half a step, and that's what he needed.
So Illinois down by 5. Indiana hitting 3 3-pointers. Now Hawkins to Cleotis Brown. Indiana with a switch, and then they switch back to the baseline. Hawkins blocked by Haston, but they call Haston for a foul.
So important to use that shot fake, and Hawkins did a nice job there. When you get your defensive player to stand straight up, you can get around it. Watch how Hawkins is low. He's got his knees bent. He's low. Now Haston, though, is straight up in the air. Can't play defense that way, and there's the foul.
Hawkins at the line for 2. Mentioned that Illinois has not shot free throws well this year. Hawkins on the season, a 60% free thrower. And he misses both. The second one badly. To the corner, picked up by Fife. Indiana starting to expand its lead. Guyton had the ball swatted by McLean. Now the ball tipped back out to Record. Fife steps inside. Haston, 15-footer short. Gladness hustles in to get a hand on the rebound, push it to the corner. It ends up in Recker's hands. Score it, and he'll go to the line.
Indiana really worked hard for that basket. It's a great block by McLean, and Indiana got another possession, saved it out of bounds. Recker makes the drive. Watch this save behind the back by Guyton, comes all the way out, swinging around the horn to Recker. He takes Bradford, about a 4-inch, 6-inch height advantage for Recker. So he took Bradford to the hoop.
Bradford's second foul. And Recker and Guyton leading Indiana from an early deficit. 3.5 minutes roughly to play, and Indiana leads by 8. Illinois had a 7-point lead. Indiana turned it over 3 times in a row since then. The Hoosiers have all but run off and hit on the Illini. A 21-4 run midway through this first half, and look what has happened to the Illini since that timeout.
They started well, 4 of 7 from the field, and they really had their trouble. And you mentioned, Dick, the 21-4, and just more recently 13-0 now. Indiana was down 19-14, and it's been 13-0 since that point.
Earlier, Indiana needed an icebreaker. Now Illinois has been stuck at 19 for, as you said, a long time. McLean's 3 short, rebounded by Fife. And now Indiana with a chance to expand its lead with just over 3 minutes to play in the half.
There's the zone by Illinois again. Looks like 2-3.
Recker, a foot on the line, and he hits. Recker with 14 points. Guyton already has 10, so they've got 24 of the 29 Indiana points.
I mentioned when they combined for 30 points or more, Indiana's 24-6.
May have 30 by halftime. Bradford finally breaks the ice for Illinois.
Bradford's the guy that has to step up, and Dick, it's too bad he's a freshman, because you don't want to look to your freshman to have to do that. But on this team, Bradford is the guy.
Guyton left open for a 3. And Bradford gets the rebound. Little collision with Richardson under the glass.
He wants another shot. See, he's got his head up, dribble low, and Guyton did a nice job to prevent Bradford from taking that shot.
Richardson guards Hawkins, and now a whistle and a hold on Richardson. Second foul on Richardson, and the 7th Indiana foul. So now Hawkins will go to the line. Lynn Washington back in, replacing William Gladness.
At the line for the Illini, Gus Hawkins.
Hawkins 0 for 2 earlier this half from the line. Gets one here. He's got 5 points. Hawkins, former junior college player. He is a big, big young man.
Only a sophomore, so he'll have 2 more years left here.
Traveling call as Lynn Washington got the rebound, but he came down to the floor and turned it over.
Bob Knight looking for an explanation on that call. Dan Chrisman right there.
Indiana leading by 7, but they now have turned it over 10 times. Bradford with a miss, rebounded by Johnson. Right back up, too strong. Hawkins can't get it to drop. And now Johnson and 2 Hoosiers come to the floor, and somewhere in the middle is the basketball. Washington had the ball. Johnson almost certainly will be called for the foul here as he came in over the back.
And Richardson fell on top of. Watch here, Hawkins right in front, but can't get that to go. Washington with the inside position, and then Richardson on top of Johnson. That foul put Washington at the line. I'd say both these teams, Dick, rebounding's been a big part of this ball game.
I tell you,
Washington right there, and then the I think that's called the scrum, isn't it, in rugby?
Washington showed me some strength there. I'm not sure Johnson started over the back, but Washington just pulled him over the back. Johnson got a hand on the ball, and Washington pulled the ball and Johnson over the back for the foul. Washington 2 of 3 from the line, and to no one's surprise, the free throws are starting to really sting. Illinois, Indiana getting to the line often. Making most of them. Now working the boards hard. Richardson will go to the line. After Washington makes 1 of 2, Richardson kept the rebound alive, and now he'll have 2 free throws. And Hawkins picks up his 2nd foul. 13 fouls on Illinois already in the half, and Krupalia will have to come off the bench here to try to protect Fess Hawkins. 5 Illinois players all have 2 fouls. Ooh.
Indiana's getting to the line. They haven't taken advantage of it as Richardson misses that one. Karpalya back in.
Indiana 9 of 13 from the line. 9 of 14 from the line. So the Illini get a break there. Richardson missing a pair. Bradford left open on the baseline, and now Bradford will go to the free throw line. Foul called on Guyton.
Bradford very quick. Illinois uses him at the point. The 1-4 offense, the two high post men set the pick, and Bradford can go either way. He went left that time. Guyton stays with him, but a little stop and go there by Bradford. Got him a half a step. He leans in, and Guyton with the foul.
Bradford misses the first of two. Illinois from the line, 1 of 5 in the game. Bradford gets the second one and has 8 points to lead Illinois here in this first half. 1:40 to play, and it's a 7-point Indiana lead.
Zone again by Illinois. They've switched back and forth really throughout the half with the zone and the man-to-man.
Nice job by Johnson getting back into the play defensively, tipping the ball off the Indiana player out of bounds.
Odell couldn't come up with it. The ball off his hand and on the out-of-bounds line.
Jared Odell into the game for the first time, a 6'8" freshman. And now a traveling call, and Bradford turns it back over to the Hoosiers.
Now, Lynn Washington made that play for Indiana. He saw Bradford coming, so he stepped out to try to do what he could to force Bradford out. Let's watch. Here's Washington. He sees it coming. He steps out. Bradford doesn't expect him that far out. And the travel. Good defensive play.
Record to the baseline. Brown taps the glass, and the shot comes off the rim. Rebounded by Johnson. Recker and McClain jostle with one another. Excuse me, Fife and McClain. Brown with a baseline drive, reverse layup, curls in.
Boy, tough move there. There wasn't a lot of room for Brown, and he's got a good roll on that rim.
5-point game, less than a minute to play in the first half. Recker in and out, rebounded by Brown, and Illinois can take the last shot of the half here.
Ron Kruger looks up at the clock. He does one shot. He signals to Bradford. Take it right down to the end. This could be a big momentum boost for Illinois. They made a nice run here at the close of the half.
After being stuck at 19 for about 5.5 minutes, now Recker tips the ball out of bounds. 13 and a fraction or 2 seconds left. This is where you'd love to have another option out there rather than Bradford, but
well, Illinois is going with it. They can bring Arias Davis in, a 3-point shooter. He replaces Johnson. Well, a 3-point shot would be huge for Illinois, and Lon Kruger saw that.
Guyton comes out to guard Bradford.
There's the screen.
Off the side of the glass. Guyton has it. Not much time left. It'll be short. Indiana coming back from an early deficit, and they lead it here at halftime, 30-25.
Pure complex.
11-31 for Illinois. Indiana's made the difference up in the free throw line. They lead it by 7. Let's take a look at our leading scores. For Indiana, Recker 14, Guyton 10. And for Illinois, Bradford has 8, Hawkins has 5. Low scoring game tonight.
Recker and Guyton the only field goals, and Indiana getting to the line quite more frequently. The double figures in points. They lead it here at halftime, 30-25. Take a look at our Shelter Insurance first half highlights.
Fess Hawkins, number 4. There you see him. Bradford gets the shot block. It's tipped to Hawkins, and the big guy takes it up there strong off the board. Cleotis Brown also for Illinois. On the baseline drive. Tough shot here. He double pumps it. Gets a nice roll off the rim.
For your life, home, car, farm, or business, Shelter Insurance will always be there for you. If Illinois is going to come from behind and win this game, They'll need more and bigger contributions from Brown and Hawkins. And maybe the same can be said for Indiana. If Indiana's going to win here tonight, someone else is going to have to step up and start making some field goals.
Exactly. Guyton and Rector take care of all of the field goals for Indiana. There you see the look at it. The rest of the team just 6 points, 0 for 11. And Indiana's 14-3 this year when they lead at the half.
Falling out of bounds, McClain got rid of it before turning the ball over. Just a 5-point lead, even though Indiana had an extended run late in the half. Illinois had its run at the start of the first half. Brown has it tipped away by Gladness to the floor. Fife picks up the loose ball.
Brown may have twisted an ankle, Dick. He's hobbling around. Officials call timeout.
Leotis Brown, 2 points in the first half. Indiana starting Rector, Fife, Guyton, Gladness, and Kirk Haston. Bob Knight coming out in the second half, a little bit different lineup. Now a whistle and a foul away from the ball, I believe, on Guyton. Check that. It's
Fouls against Indiana, number 30, William Gladness.
William Gladness picking up his second foul.
Watch Brown. He's there. You see he steps on Haston.
Gladness, first on Indiana.
Right there. Haston's actually on top of Brown on that right ankle.
Johnson steps into the lane. McClain draws a foul in the lane. Illinois trying to take the ball in deep here in the first couple of possessions, and the foul is called on Fife.
Illinois looks more aggressive offensively, Dick, and they need to be. Only 25 points in the first half. They're a defensive team. That's what Lon Kruger wants. You still have to score some points, and they're trying to take it to the hole, get Indiana in foul trouble this second half.
Leotis Brown taken to the locker room. McClain again muscling his way inside. Haston with one hand pulls down the rebound. On the run, Gladness blocked and fouled by Johnson. Good lead pass by Rector.
Not much room there by Rector either. As Johnson was back, Gladness scooped it up, took it right in. Rector's got his head up, anticipates, I think I can get it there, and he does through the outstretched arms. Gladness foul.
At the line for the Hoosiers,
Third foul
William Gladness.
on Lucas Johnson. And Gladness will go to the line. Did not score in the first half. He had 5 double-doubles this season, and a missed free throw there. No points in 5 minutes in the last Indiana game against Michigan. 1 of 2 for Gladness. Saw Johnson with 3 fouls, the first player for either team with 3. Indiana really stepping it up defensively over the last couple of games. Chukwudebe has a rattle out, and Haston again is there for the rebound.
Good shot by the big man. It's rattled around and out of there. Krapaya's been kind of quiet on offense too. See if he gets going here in this second half.
Haston with 4 points and 5 rebounds in the first half and 2 early rebounds here in the second half. And now Bradford is called for a foul, and that'll send Guyton to the line. Third foul on Corey Bradford.
Watch that play underneath. Krapaya comes to help out. Boom! Rector runs right into him. And there's the back pick on your own man. Not recommended defensively, but that's what happened.
Guyton lines up rather than right in the middle of the lane. He lines up a full step to the left of center and makes 1 of 2.
Maybe he needed to be straight on that time, huh? I'm not sure we know what the point was there, but he did miss that one. Not a bad free throw shooter, though. And if it comes down to free throw shooting, Indiana will win this game because Illinois does struggle from the line.
Johnson's 3, long. And again, Haston gets the rebound. 8 rebounds for freshman Kirk Haston. Guyton pops a 3.
Cannot fall back on him. He gets close to that three-point line. He loves to take that three-point shot.
Indiana with the first 5 points of the second half, and it's a 10-point Hoosier lead.
Biggest lead Indiana's had now at 10. In a slow-paced game, 10 points is a big lead.
Guyton with the block. Fife tips it up ahead. Guyton to Recker on the run, and Illinois might need a timeout. Luke Recker with 16, Guyton with 14. They've gotten 30 of the 37 points. And now Lon Kruger gets a timeout. It'll be a full timeout. Lon Kruger wanted his team to come out strong at the start of the second half. Instead of Indiana scores the first 7 points of the second half. Getting it done in the half court and also getting some offense from its defense.
Let's watch. Guyton got his head up. Comes down. He's looking for the shot. It's a nice easy pick by Haston. Not a lot there, but Guyton took advantage of it. Here's the defense. Guyton on the block shot. Chukadebe is between he and Recker. Recker just out races him to the line, to the goal, and gets the layup. Another steal by Indiana.
Illinois had the ball inbounds, and Lucas Johnson picked up his dribble, had nowhere to go with it, ended up turning the ball over, and now another Illinois foul. And for Lucas Johnson, he's just picked up his 4th foul.
4th foul on Johnson. 3rd against Illinois.
3rd second half foul on Illinois, and they were stuck in the first half at 19. Now they're stuck on 25, and Guyton has found the range from outside. He's got 4 3-point baskets, 2 in each half.
Same spot again. Quickly Indiana inbounds, and Guyton not hesitating at all to take that 3-point shot.
Not the best of results after Lon Kruger's timeout. You get a timeout, you turn the ball over, you don't guard a shooter, he hits a 3, and you nearly turn the ball over again. And unfortunately for Lon Kruger, he's seen that a lot this year. That's the residue of playing with a lot of young players.
Still learning on the Illinois side. 5 of 11, you saw Indiana there from 3-point land.
McClain, the top returning scorer this year, and he scored a little over 3 points a game. Another Illinois turnover. Krapalia tried to throw it to the baseline. Recker was 16, Guyton was 17.
There's that matchup, Guyton and McClain, and Guyton tried that dribble to the left. McClain commits the foul.
McClain still without a point, averaging over 9 a game. He's just picked up his 2nd foul. Indiana scored the first 10 points of this second half. Guyton finds Fife for a 3. Krapalia gets the rebound for Illinois. Illinois has been held without a point for more than 4 minutes here at the start of the second half. Hawkins has it slapped by Fife, and a foul is called, and they're going to, I believe,
Fouls on Indiana, number 11.
send Hawkins to the line. I didn't think he had quite gotten in position to be in the act of shooting yet. But
his back was to the basket, but he was turning to make that move to the hoop, and they're going to call he was in the act of shooting.
26th point's been a tough one to get for Illinois. He gets 2 free throws here.
Another free throw coming up for Hawkins.
Hawkins just 1 of 5 from the line in this game.
There you see Lon Kruger, McClain, a real leader in situations like this. Illinois down. Kruger really going over some strategy with McClain. He needs the leader out there, and that's McClain's job, to be the leader of this team, not only today but in the future.
Recker drives and then crashes into Johnson, and Johnson drew the foul. If that call had gone the other way, Johnson's night would have been done. He's already got 4 fouls.
A gutsy play by Johnson. Thought he had the position, and the officials agreed. Recker a little out of control that time.
And this commitment to youth that Lon Kruger has gone through this year, never has it been more evident than tonight. He's got 1 senior. The senior doesn't start on senior night, and Johnson's out there playing throughout the second half with then 2 fouls to start the half. He picked up a 3rd and a 4th, and he's still out there. Still has not been taken out of the game. And then Illinois turns it back over to Indiana.
Both teams scramble for that ball. Both coaches have to be pleased with that. They're probably not pleased with the turnovers. That's really been a problem for both teams. But the rebounding effort's been good. And the scrambling on the floor for the ball. Dan Chrisman and Bob Knight.
And a glint in his eye and the beginnings of a smile for Knight. And I think he knows, and see if you agree, I mean, this win tonight would all but put Indiana into the tournament. They would be guaranteed of at least a 500 record in the conference play. 21 wins is going to be hard for any tournament to turn down.
Right, 8-7. That puts them right in the middle of the Big Ten. And that would get them in the tournament.
Haston with a miss, and now Illinois still looking for its first field goal of the second half.
Guyton really staying on Bradford.
And now Fife is called for a hold on McLean.
Fouls on the Hoosiers, number 11, Dane Fife.
Again, that's away from the ball. You need to know where your man is, but you don't really need to be that close to hold him. He was 30 feet from the man with the ball, 25 feet from the basket.
Then two, if Indiana can win tonight, they'd be in the driver's seat. Another hold as McLean takes it to the lane, and Fife is called for holding again. And now Fife has picked up 4 fouls.
Well, that's a little bit of leadership right there. McLean, he's got a freshman on him, and he draws 2 quick fouls on him, takes it right at him. That's good play, good smart play by McLean. Here he comes, puts his head down, and the foul.
Luke Jimenez off the bench for Indiana, replacing Fife.
Guyton's really shut Bradford down. He had 8 in the first half. There's a double team, and you see Bradford and Guyton both about the same quickness. Bradford can't get away from him.
Very long by Bradford. Hawkins is there. He gets the rebound and another Indiana foul. So even though the Illini have failed in nearly 6 minutes of play to get a field goal here in the second half, they have picked up 5 Indiana fouls.
Third foul on Gladness, 7 against
I beg your
Indiana.
pardon, 7 fouls on
The shooter will be
Indiana, and Hawkins will go back to the line for a 1-and-1.
You'll have the third.
Foul called on Gladness, and Hawkins hits his second free throw of the half.
Yeah, I really like McLean. He's going to be the leader of this Illinois team. Bradford can really be the shooting guard or the point guard. He comes out now as Mass comes back in. Then you got Hawkins. He's going to be the big guy in the middle. And then Krapalia, he's going to be your forward. He can stay out on the floor, good rebounder. You can see that the formulas here, Dick, that a couple of recruits in a little time, Lon Kruger's going to mold his team into a contender.
If Indiana wins tonight, it'll be 2 wins this year, and this is a good year to beat Illinois twice. You better enjoy it, because in a couple of years these players are going to be a lot better. They do have enough talent here they've got the makings of a competitive team. They just don't have the experience. Long rebound. McLean takes it to the hole. Krapalia follows it up. 6 for Krapalia. The first field goal of the second half for Illinois comes more than 6 minutes into the half, and it's a 10-point ball game.
I brought the crowd to its feet. A little excitement here.
Cannot leave Guyton alone. Jimenez, not much of a shooter. Recker is. Gladness with an offensive rebound. Guyton nearly pulled the trigger from the wing.
New shot clock, so Indiana's going to run it down a little bit. Guyton passed up an open 3-point shot. Here's the zone, 1-3-1 by Illinois.
Gladness finds Haston inside. Great pass from Gladness. Looked like he was going to shoot. Instead, he found Haston, and Haston will go to the line.
Openings on a zone like this will be on the baseline, and Gladness was there. Didn't feel comfortable. You got to move the ball quickly. Here it comes Jimenez. Shot fake. Now Gladness. Haston had his hands up. Gladness able to spot him. Missed the shot.
Foul called on Krapalia. Haston misses. He does not have a field goal. He made 4 first-half free throws. Bradford back in now for McLean as Lon Kruger shuffles his guards around here. 1 of 2 for Haston. An 11-point Indiana lead with just under 13 minutes to play. Bad miss by Davis. Gladness finally pulls the rebound down for Indiana. Guyton working on Nate Mass. Pass to Gladness, batted by Hawkins, picked off by Kropalia. Outlet pass, Davis wasn't looking for it, but he caught it anyway. Hawkins on the run.
Illinois got 3 players down after that turnover. Great play by Davis. He didn't see the ball coming. He grabbed it quickly and got the easy layup to Hawkins.
5 in each half for Hawkins, and it's a 9-point lead for Indiana.
Illinois is not going away. Indiana needs to run some time off the clock, hit some good shots. Looks like Recker and Guyton are going to be their scorers. They got to get one of those 2 guys open.
Jimenez drops it down to Haston. Short. Kropalia goes up high for the rebound.
You could feel this momentum, even though it's 9 points. The crowd up. Illinois needs to make a shot or 2 to get back in this game.
Hawkins too hard on the follow-up. Crashing the boards is Bradford. Bradford has picked up a foul, and that is his 4th foul.
He came from way outside on the lane. Saw how important the basket be for Illinois.
Illinois is going to have to protect some players because of foul trouble with 11:39 left. With John Leskowski, Dick Bramer at Assembly Hall. Indiana's led almost all the way here tonight. Take a look at our second half summary brought to you by DuPont Agricultural Products.
It's all Recker and Guyton for Indiana. They're 12 of 23 from the field. 0 for 14 for the rest of the team. For Indiana, Illinois struggling too. They're only 31% from the field, and Bradford can't do it alone. Watch Hawkins go in. Watch Bradford come from the left. He wants to make something happen.
He did.
He did. 2 players on the floor. He got the foul.
And now he'll have to sit with 4 fouls. And Illinois has gone to a man-to-man or a zone defense for a good part of the second half because of foul trouble. They forget about Guyton. And Kropalia got a hand on the rebound, and it'll go to Indiana. And we expect them to play an awful lot of zone just because Bradford's got 4 fouls. Johnson's got 4 fouls. Inbounded to Guyton. Recker's 15-footer short. If Kropalia controls this rebound to add to the problem, Cleotis Brown won't play. He's got a sprained ankle. Now a blocking foul called on Guyton. And Illinois will have a chance to trim the lead with the clock stop.
Well, you don't see the 6'8 guys leading the fast break very often. Kropalia did that time. But with Bradford out of the game, Illinois is going to have to really look to see their offense. Watch Kropalia coming down. Guyton tries to step over, and he's called for the foul.
Kropalia at the line for the first time. He's got 6 points tonight.
He got a slow start. He really didn't start the game with some rebounding, which could lead to some points for him. But lately now he's come on strong. I think the real question here, Dick, is how is Illinois going to score some points with Bradford out of the game? That puts Mast at the point. Hawkins and Kropalia inside.
Illinois made 5 of its 6 free throws here in the second half, and it's a 7-point game with 11 minutes to play. Jimenez, Recker, and Guyton, the 3-guard lineup for Indiana. Gladness and Haston working the lane. To the baseline. Short. Rebounded by Chukwudebe. And Nate Mass will set up the Illinois offense.
Now the crowd's ready. Let's see if the offense is ready. 0 for 15 now by Indiana, other than Recker and Guyton.
I may have said that McLean had the sprained ankle. It was Cleotis Brown who sprained his ankle, and now Illinois turns it over. McLean in the ball game, and Cleotis Brown turned his ankle early in the second half, and he, in all likelihood, will not return. So the depth for Illinois, which is not its strength to begin with, really hampered here, and injuring a couple of players in foul trouble. Recker nearly lost it. It went out of bounds off an Illinois player.
Drive on the baseline, hard to drive against that zone, slapped away by Illinois. Zone, of course, on the out-of-bounds play.
Indiana's been stuck at 41 for a while here. Jimenez finds Recker. Tough shot with the shot clock winding down. Chukwudebe gets the air ball. Chukwudebe on Haston. Now Krupalia. A hold, and Krupalia will go to the line. That's the 10th foul.
Fouls against number 30, William Gladness.
On Indiana, Gladness picks up the foul.
Foul on Gladness, 9 against
And that is
Indiana.
just the 9th foul, I beg your pardon, on Indiana. So a one-on-one opportunity here for Krupalia.
Well, without Bradford, it looked like Illinois is going to try to go inside. Chukwudebe had a chance. He passed it up. Then Krupalia was going to drive. So it does get Illinois the line with 10 team fouls on Indiana. Make that 9. So they will get some free throws, but they're not a good free throw shooting team. That's where you got to wonder how Illinois is going to get the points. But 41 to 35 with just under 10 minutes left. Again, the score Illinois wants to stay in this game, a low-scoring game.
Indiana scored just 1 point in the last 7 minutes and 10 seconds. And this Illinois team, as we said, has not shot free throws well this season. Krupalia gets them both, and the Illini have made 7 straight here in the second half from the line. And we've got a ball game. It's a 5-point lead, right where we were at halftime.
Well, now it's time for Guyton and Recker to step up right after the timeout.
Indiana takes a full timeout with 9:23 left in the second half. The Hoosiers lead by 5. Illinois has brought them back within 5. 9:23 left in the second half. Indiana 41, Illinois 36. Take a look at some other scores brought to you by ESPN.com, part of the Go Network. Florida handily over South Carolina. And now a turnover.
Defense that time. McLean stepped in the passing lane. Guyton thought he had an easy pass to Recker. Had to move his foot, and the travel.
Indiana, 3 minutes and 15 seconds into the second half, had a 15-point lead at 40 to 25. Since then, they've scored 1 point. Chukwudebe scores for Illinois.
Tough shot. That little jump hook on the baseline.
Getting some touches inside, and now in that situation, got some points inside from Chukwudebe. Haston throws it away, picked off by the senior Arius Davis. McLean with a chance from the free throw line to draw Illinois within 1.
Illinois was really struggling with the offense, not knowing what to do, even with Bradford in the game. And now there's Sergio McLean's father from Peoria. And now they've really sparked it. And Chukwudebe hits the jump hook. Now McLean gains confidence. He's going to take the shot fake. That was a free shot. He heard the foul, heard the whistle, so he got the shot up and gets 2 free throws.
8 straight makes for Illinois in the second half. McLean's first point of the ball game, averaging just over 9 points a game. Short, and Haston gets the rebound. Haston does not have a field goal in the game, but he does have 9 rebounds.
Indiana brings Michael Lewis in. He's the assist man, the passer, the guy to generate the offense. Gets shots for Recker and Guyton.
Guyton with a miss. Haston with the rebound, tipped out of bounds. Indiana will get it back. McLean got a hand on it, knocked it out of Haston's hand. Johnson back in for Illinois with 4 fouls. He'll give McLean a very short break, I would imagine. Recker looks inside. Haston triple team.
zone.
Very active zone defense. 10 seconds to shoot. Recker blocked by Kripalia. Johnson gets the loose ball. And a whistle and a foul called, and Illinois can tie this game up from the free throw line.
Boy, what a comeback. And you wouldn't expect it from the free throw line. This team shoots 63% from the free throw line in Big Ten play. And it's exactly what's gotten back in the game.
In the second half, 8 of 10. A miss to start the half, then 8 straight that were made. A miss by McLean.
There you see 5-point difference in the second half, which was the Indiana lead at halftime.
Johnson with a miss. And again, Illinois without a starter shooting 70% from the line. It's a team-wide problem. A lane violation will give Johnson another try. If he had not made it, he would have gotten another opportunity. And it's a 1-point game. And how about this run for Illinois? A 15-1 run, drawing them within 1 point. Kicked by Davis. And Indiana will get a new shot clock.
Indiana wants Lewis at the point, and then Recker and Guyton on either side. And that way Recker can Lewis determines which side he wants to go to try to get one of those two guys open.
We played more than 32 minutes. Haston misses. Only 2 Indiana players have field goals. That is incredible. Johnson takes it to the hole. No foul. It will go out of bounds to Illinois. Recker held his ground. A lot of collision, a lot of contact, but no whistle.
Let's look now. Incidental contact is not a foul. You got 2 guys going the same way. Neither one really forced the other contact, and that's just incidental. The ball's out of bounds to Illinois.
And now Davis has the ball go out of bounds. Tom Rucker and Dan Chrisman have a very brief chat, and Chrisman has overruled Tom Rucker.
Watch the foot now. See if it goes off Lewis. Chrisman has the better look. See, that Recker was right behind him and couldn't see. Looks to Chrisman. That was a good call.
Nate Mast with a nice adjustment on the lobbed inbounds pass. And now a blocking foul on Guyton. And a former walk-on, Nate Mast, will have a chance to put Illinois in front from the free throw line.
Third foul on Richardson.
Let's watch. He just goes to the left. Richardson steps out, not in time. And Mast's quickness is going to get him to the line.
I may have said Guyton. It was Richardson picking up his third foul, not Guyton. Mast, a sophomore, homegrown product from Champaign. Tied at 41.
58% free throw shooter. You see why he's so happy. It's really been the intensity that Illinois has been using on the rebounding and on the defensive end. It's got their momentum back in their side. Now it's got them the lead.
The first Illinois lead since we were late in the first half, and Illinois had a 19-18 lead. Now Lucas Johnson has to come out of the game. He's got a cut, I believe, on his elbow that's going to require a bandage. So Indiana was up by 15 points, 40-25. Since then, a 17-1 Illinois lead has put the Illini back in front. Out of bounds to Illinois.
Turnover by Indiana. Pass just out of bounds. They tried to go to Guyton. Masked up quickly. But what the substitution, they bring McLean in. Illinois has McLean in for Johnson.
Kripalia beats it back outside. McLean back in the game. Blocked big time. Inside by Richardson. Guyton tries a 3. Short. Rebounded by Mast.
He was going to stop and take that 3-point shot, but going to run some clock now. 1-4 offense.
Chukwudebe. Haston got a hand on it. Chukwudebe, the putback for 2. He's got 8, and Illinois leads by 3. Indiana has not gotten a field goal in nearly 10.5 minutes.
All from the free throw line, but not enough.
Haston fouled by Chukwudebe.
Still going at it, though. Good job by Haston.
They had this long drought, similar long drought against Michigan, but again, they got more free throw opportunities against the Wolverines and ended up winning the game.
Watch Chukwudebe. He knows where the miss is going to go. He runs right to the center, collects the rebound, lays it in. About 13 minutes, Dick, Indiana went scoreless to Michigan in that second half, but in the process, Recker was shooting about 20 free throws.
Yeah.
And Indiana's not made up the difference from the free throw line like they did Sunday. Haston hits that one.
This is remarkable. We've nearly played 34 minutes and only 2 Hoosiers have field goals.
Very unusual. Now Recker is going to take a break, so that leaves Guyton, the only Indiana player with a field goal in the game.
Into one. A big made free. Had been stuck at 41 for a long time. 3 free throws in the last 10 minutes and 31 seconds for Indiana. That's it. Chukwudebe feels it. And Crapaglia over the back. And that'll send Indiana to the line, and now the Hoosiers can retake the lead from the free throw line. Crapaglia picking up his third.
6 minutes now, and just got the feeling that this thing's going to come down to free throws. Both teams are struggling from the field. Bad shooting night for both teams, but a lot of fouls, so it's going to come down to who's going to foul out, who's going to hit their free throws. Now Bradford comes back in. Illinois has made a great run with their leading scorer on the bench.
And he got a nice long rest. He should be ready to go for the final 6 minutes, 5:59 left on the clock. Richardson 0 for 2 from the line. He's got a 1-on-1 here. Very sharp. Crapaglia gets the rebound and missed 1-on-1 opportunity. And for the Hoosiers, a missed chance to retake the lead. Crapaglia works baseline. Reverse layup drops.
Boy, tough shot. He still had his back to the out of bounds and flipped it over his head. Soft touch.
Crapaglia with 8 in the second half, 12 in the game. Illinois leads by 3. Fight.
India needs to move the ball around, find Guyton, he's your scorer.
Chukwudebe got a hand on it. Richardson over the back. He's got 4 fouls.
Fouls on Indiana, number 33, Larry Richardson. That is foul number 4.
Richardson inside, nice little shot. Chukwudebe in good shape, and Richardson the foul on over the back. Now watch Crapaglia. His back to the basket, waits for the players to clear, and a little flip with the right hand. That's a tough shot. Don't practice it very often.
Chukwudebe with a miss.
Now the Illinois weakness starting to show through.
Look at that. Besides Guyton and Recker, the rest of the Hoosiers are 0 for 17 from the field.
All that means, Dick, you got to go with the guys who brought you the dance. And right now it's Guyton and Recker. If you're not making your shots, go to the guys who can. Recker's on the bench. That means Guyton's got to get open. Bob Knight right in front of the Indiana bench now with Guyton. Telling him he's got to get open.
At least Mast has some fouls to give. That's his first. Some of the Fighting Illini players are in deep foul trouble, which makes their comeback here in the second half even more remarkable. Lewis at the line for 2 free throws.
78% free throw shooter.
Beg your pardon, that was a 1-on-1 opportunity. That's just the 9th Illinois foul.
Luke Recker ready to check back in. All the stat sheets, the game notes, and you think, well, this game will never amount to free throws. That'll be the last thing that's earned this game. It looks like coming right down to the end. Neither team is shooting well from the floor, and free throws are going to tell the story.
2 made free throws for Lewis, his first 2 points of the game. We played more than 35 minutes and only 2 Hoosiers to score field goals. Now Mast has his shot blocked. Crapaglia follows it up.
Mast a strong move to the hoop. It was deflected, and Crapaglia followed it in. The zone again by Illinois.
Krupalia. Tell you what, Demir Krupalia might not win Freshman of the Year this year, but he's certainly the most improved freshman. From a season that started as a redshirt season, he has really come on strong in the second half of the Big Ten.
Plays hard. Nearly stole that pass. Too easy a pass by Guyton. You got to make sharp, crisp passes against the zone like that.
And Krupalia comes out to front Guyton to keep him from pulling the trigger on a three. Gladness tries to find Richardson across the lane. It's kicked out of bounds. A new 35 seconds for the Hoosiers.
Crowd didn't like it, but it was pretty evident. Chukwudebe stuck his leg out there. All it does is reset the clock.
Well, now Randy Drury and Tom Rucker are going to chat about that very fact. Tom Rucker motioned that the Hoosiers should get a new 35 seconds, and Randy Drury was the baseline official, and he just wanted to talk it over with him.
Under a minute, that might be a really important call, but with 4:27 left, it's not going to make that big a difference.
Lewis steps inside the arc. Gladness covered by McLean. Carolina has done a very nice job defensively here in the second half. Rucker hits the first field goal in a long time for Indiana, and it's a 1-point Illinois lead.
Good pick by Gladness that time, and Rucker, the guy Indiana wanted on that shot.
Chukwudebe double team. Krupalia traveled.
A good pass fake, but then when he went to make his move, he traveled.
Lon Kruger didn't see it that way. 3:55 left. We've got a great game here at Assembly Hall in Champaign. 15-point lead, 40-25. Right now, Illinois is a 1-point lead. Indiana went without a field goal for 12 minutes.
Big double pick right there. Rucker comes on the baseline and hits a huge three-point shot for Indiana. Cuts the lead to 1. It'll be Rucker and Guyton who really need to carry Indiana offensively the rest of the way. The rest of the team still struggling. No field goals for the rest of the Hoosiers. Lots of foul trouble, too. Bradford and Johnson for Illinois.
No more one-on-one opportunities. We'll have 2-shot fouls the rest of the way. Lewis takes it in. Rucker to the baseline. 10 seconds to shoot. Pass tip. Rucker caught it. Tough shot. Rebounded by Chukwudebe.
Defensive pressure that time forced a tough shot. So credit the Illinois defense for that possession.
Bradford had a long rest. Almost got hung up in the air. Nate Mass seeing some key minutes here late in this Illinois game. And now Illinois content to take a little time off the clock here, leading by 1. McLean tries to get rid of Rucker, but can't. From the outside, Chukwudebe.
And that's the shot that he does not normally make. He likes to work with his back to the basket. But he felt it, clock running down, and he hits it.
With a similar shot late in the game in Ann Arbor, when Illinois got its first conference win of the season against the Wolverines. Lewis still can't find the range. Krupalia with the rebound. We have played 37.5 minutes, and only 2 Hoosiers have field goals. Krupalia taking it strong. Bradford a 3. 3 Hoosiers and Krupalia fight for the rebound, and it's an Indiana foul.
That's a real battle for that board. The Bradford three-pointer went high off the rim. And both these teams like the rebound. You'll see good pressure by Guyton. And watch how high it goes. And then 3 players, 4 players up for the ball. 3 of them Hoosiers. And the foul goes against Richardson. Gladness gets hit in the back of the head.
5th foul on Larry Richardson. He leaves the game scoreless, 0 for 3 from the field. Or from the free throw line, I should say. 4 rebounds, and Krupalia will go to the line with 2:09 left.
Gladness still holding the back of his neck under the Illinois basket.
2 shots.
Krupalia at the line.
He's made 4 straight free throws here in the second half. Ohio State in Columbus. winning. Penn State leading Michigan, trying to win both games of that series. Illinois with a 5-point lead, a little over 2 minutes to go.
Two big ones there by Krapalia. The zone has really kept Indiana from hitting the field goals.
Recker with back-to-back threes, and it's a 2-point game.
But Recker is keeping Indiana right in the game. And don't forget about A.J. Guyton.
Bradford. Mass for a three. Almost got stuck up on the glass. And Indiana comes back now with a chance to tie it with a 2. Mass shadowing Guyton. Tough assignment there. And now an Indiana timeout called with 1:28 left.
Guyton wanted to avoid the 5-second call there, so quickly called the 20-second timeout.
I think if I read Bob Knight's lips, he talked about trying to get the ball in the middle. You can see what Indiana has gone through here in the second half of the Big Ten schedule. 4 of their last 7 games have gone into overtime.
Yeah, are you suggesting we could have another one tonight, Dick? But there you see an unbelievable 6 overtime games for Indiana this year. They're 3-3 in those overtime games. Not afraid to take the big shot. Good screen. Nothing but net. Gotta go right back to him. See if Recker doesn't swing down the baseline and come back out. Against the zone, usually lose him, who comes through on the baseline to the weak side.
Gladness to Recker. 3 seconds to shoot. Guyton for an Indiana lead, and it comes off. Rebounded by Lewis. Big rebound by Michael Lewis, and then a near push-off call. Recker for an Indiana lead. It comes off. Big rebound by Hastings. Guyton. The third try comes off, and Chukwudebe loses the ball off his hands. Indiana will get it back.
Well, Indiana's had their chances. Good open shots by the players they want to take them, and still they've got it out of bounds.
What a finish here at Assembly Hall. Lewis for a 3, and Indiana on the 4th three-point attempt takes the lead.
What a big shot by Lewis, who finally breaks the drought for the rest of the team.
The Hoosiers had gone over 39 minutes with just 2 players getting field goals. Lon Kruger takes a timeout with the Hoosiers up by 1. Assembly Hall, let's take a look at our power player of the game, brought to you by Synergy PSI, where energy comes to life.
Got a late start, but it's DeMar Krapalia, 16 points, and he supplied the power for this Illinois comeback here in the second half. How about this play, though? Michael Lewis has sat most of the game, started, hasn't played much in the second half. Knows Indiana needs the basket, a big score in Indiana high school, but not so in college. Takes the biggest shot of the game for Indiana to give him the 1-point lead.
A couple of big free throws by Lewis prior to that. An Indiana timeout, 33 and 2/10 seconds left. And with a 9-point run, then Indiana had the lead for the bulk of the game. A 15-point lead. A couple of minutes into the second half, but then Illinois came back. Good foul shooting. And no timeouts left for either team. I beg your pardon, there are some 20-second timeouts left. No full timeouts left. Michael Lewis with a couple of big free throws and an even bigger three-pointer to put Indiana back in front. Illinois inbounding it to Nate Mast.
About a 5-second difference on the shot clock, so Indiana would still get another chance here, even if Illinois scored.
Krapalia picks up his dribble. Bradford, tough shot, and it won't go. Tipped up. Krapalia with the rebound. Blocked and fouled by Gladness, and Krapalia will go to the line with 11.4 seconds left.
Now, we just talked about him being the power player of the game. He comes up with the biggest rebound. Watch Bradford. He forces a little, but he knows he's got to do something. Ball hits off the side of the backboard. Krapalia right there. Good shot fake. And foul by Gladness.
I thought the foul was on Gladness. They have whistled it against Haston. And Krapalia will have 2 free throws here, with Illinois down by a point. His first miss from the line tonight after 6 makes.
For the Illini, Lucas Johnson.
Lucas Johnson back in for Illinois, replacing Nate Mast, and a big, big free throw for Damir Krapalia.
Biggest free throw of this young man's college career right here. Tie this game with 11 seconds to go.
$54 apiece. Look pretty calm, cool, collected there. And Illinois getting back into this game by all means from the free throw line. Tonight's game has been brought to you by DuPont Agricultural Products. DuPont is proud to sponsor Fighting Illini 2-0 against Illinois, and Illinois looking for its second home win of the year and 4th Big Ten win overall. 22nd timeout brought to you by Spies.
Look at the scoring, and probably reverse order, which you'd really like to have. The freshmen doing the bulk of the scoring for Illinois. Only 5% by the seniors. 11 seconds. Here we go.
Indiana going with a 4-guard lineup. Guyton on a run. No good. Tipped up. No good. Chukwudebe gets the rebound. Calling a timeout. Did he get it done in time? Chukwudebe asked for a time, and Tom Rucker having a chat with Bradford, who nearly got a technical to end the game.
Chukwudebe limping off the floor, may have twisted an ankle on that last rebound. Illinois got the rebound, tried to call timeout. We are in overtime.
We think Tom Rucker's talking with the scorer's table to see whether some time might be put back on the clock. Now, we've seen incidents this year where officials have looked at replays to come up with the proper call. Let's take a look and see when Chukwudebe called for the timeout and how much time was left.
First shot by Guyton. Now his own rebound. Good play by Johnson. There's the possession. 2.5 seconds. There you see McLean raised his hand with about a minute and a half, or second and a half to go for timeout.
Well, they put 5 minutes up on the clock, which tells us that they are going straight to the overtime period and not putting any time left on the clock. So here we go in overtime.
7th time Indiana's gone to overtime. The NCAA record is 8, Nick, by 3 teams.
A new Big Ten record set tonight. And 5 of the last 8 games for Indiana have gone at least 1 extra period. Their overtime loss at Williams Arena to Minnesota was one of the 5 best basketball games I've ever seen. That was a phenomenal game. And it is a cliche, but it was a shame that one team had to lose. That was just, if this game has not been classically played, that game at Williams Arena was played very well at a very high level by both teams. And so here we go, Indiana going into overtime for the 7th time this year.
Well, still, both teams in foul trouble. That does not go away. They do get some more timeouts, 1 each. Still shooting 2 free throws each time someone gets fouled. Illinois really needs to keep Bradford in the game for the offensive end.
Chukwudebe and Gladness to start the overtime, and the tap pulled back for Record. Gladness looking for his first points, and it spins in.
Tried to come out, but got the good roll.
Gladness did have a free throw. That's his first field goal. So Indiana by a pair. Krapalia given plenty of room on the perimeter. Takes a 3. Short, rebounded by Record.
Not really his shot, but he felt that crowd buzz a little bit the first time he passed it up, thought he'd take it.
hit a big three late in regulation. Good feed inside. Gladness has back-to-back baskets.
The Indiana's got a chance now to take control. Slow their offense down, get the kind of shots they want, and not rely just on Recker and Guyton, but take that ball in. They have the last 2 times.
Nate Mass feeds the corner. McLean short. Krupalia, big force on the boards, and he scores for Illinois.
Oh, I really like him staying on those boards, coming up with the basket.
Krupalia with 16 points after halftime to lead Illinois in its comeback. Guyton left open for a 3. And a foul on Gladness, and Bradford will have a chance to tie it up from the line.
Boy, that's the shot Indiana wanted. Guyton on the baseline, and that'd be 5 on Gladness. This is the shot Indiana likes. Chukwudebe tried to block, just in and out, and there you see Gladness comes over the back. Bradford to the line.
The foul is on number 30, William Gladness.
Now they're correcting the foul call at the scorer's table in the public address system. Has picked up his 5th foul. So Gladness, the one guy that got Indiana going in the overtime, is done for the night. 4 of his 5 points early in the overtime.
The 2 jump shots down low. The Fife comes in for Gladness.
And Fife comes into this game with 4 fouls.
A very small lineup now for Indiana. Haston at 6'10". And then Indiana really with 4 guards. Lewis, Guyton, Fife, and Recker. So big height advantage now to Illinois with Krupalia and Chukwudebe in.
Bradford has not shot a free throw since halftime. In fact, has not scored a point. That his first point since his 8 first half points.
So Indiana's lost 2 already. Fife in the game with 4. Bradford and Johnson hanging tough with 4.
Indiana gets the first 4 points of overtime, and Illinois comes right back to tie it up at 58.
2-3 zone now.
Nearly turned over by Lewis.
Mass doing a nice job on the pressure.
Lewis around Chukwudebe. Recker open for a 3. Bradford with the rebound for Illinois. Quick outlet to Mass.
Slows it down wisely to get it to Bradford.
Maybe, just maybe, this Illinois team has come of age here tonight. They've had a couple of opportunities to lay down, but they've come back a couple of times too. Off the corner of the glass, Chukwadebe's follow is no good. Bradford with a miss from 3-point range. Recker gets the rebound for Indiana. And now Krupalia hustling back, taking the pass away from Haston.
Boy, Haston had a layup there, and Krupalia comes off his man to knock that ball out of bounds. Fife's open.
So is Haston. Haston with 9 points, his first field goal of the night.
Good pass that time. Fife had the shot, but saw Haston closer, and Haston finally gets the field goal.
Mass off the glass, ties it up. Mass playing because of the ankle injury to Cleotis Brown, and we are tied at 60. Guyton to Lewis. With the left hand, Michael Lewis has 7 points.
Boy, nice move on the baseline that time. Saw the shot clock going down. Gives Indiana the 2-point lead.
Stolen away by Recker. Comes right back to Mass. Chukwudebe thought about it.
Illinois trying to find the right guy to pull the trigger.
Chukwudebe from the line, ties it up.
It's not the kind of shot he really likes to take, but he's made 2 outside jumpers now.
62 apiece. What a great finish here in Champaign.
One minute to play.
Less than a minute to play in overtime number 1. Lewis to Haston. And the Hoosiers retake the lead.
Boy, tough pass. Lewis didn't have a lot of room. He got it softly into Haston for the jump hook.
Indiana's third lead of the overtime period. Mast drives and comes up short. Haston with a big rebound. Mast fouls him to send the freshman to the free throw line.
Well, it's a nice move by Mast. He tried to reverse layup to avoid getting a shot blocked. Not quite enough English off the backboard to get that one to go, and then the foul right away on Haston. Watch Haston inside now. Lewis takes the drive, dishes off, and quickly up for Haston.
11 points, 13 rebounds for Haston. And Haston from the line is 8 of 9. Illinois has just one three-point basket tonight. Corey Bradford hit one early in the first half. They may need a 3 before this overtime is over. Desperately need points in this possession. Bradford tries a 3. It's short, rebounded by Fife, and now he'll go to the line with 27.7 seconds left.
Illinois needed 2 baskets, so Bradford tried to get one up quickly, got 3 off, and then Illinois had to foul right away to try to regain another possession.
So Dane Fife will go to the line looking for his first point. And again, he'll get 2 free throws. It's not a 1-and-1 situation. A miss, leaving the door open for Illinois.
There's the Indiana bench. They know Illinois is going to try to get 2 quick baskets here.
5-point lead for Indiana. They've not played from behind in the overtime period. Bradford in a tough spot in the corner. Chukwudebe, followed by Kropalia. Tipped up and in by McLean. It finally drops for Illinois with 14.8 seconds left. They get a timeout. A 20-second timeout. Bob Knight coming out on the floor, checking to see where Indiana will get the ball, I guess. Next telecast coming up for the Indiana Hoosiers, the final regular season game for Tom Davis and the Iowa Hawkeyes as a tandem. This final regular season game for the Hawkeyes. Emotions will be running high as they were last night in Iowa City. Indiana hosting the Hawkeyes Senior Day in Bloomington Saturday at 4:30 on ESPN+.
Indiana ball, so Illinois is going to try to go for the quick steal. If they can't get the steal, they're going to have to foul, even though they're down 3.
Lewis runs the baseline, gets it to the super quick A.J. Guyton. They're trying to foul him, and they can't. Finally, Johnson commits the foul and exits the game with 10 seconds left.
You got to be careful who fouls, too. Illinois didn't want Kropalia on that foul.
Foul was on number 22.
Johnson leaves, Guyton at the
And
unless that's 5 fouls.
That is the 5th.
that is the 5th foul on Johnson, and so Lon Kruger.
It's kind of an unofficial timeout. You do get 60 seconds to replace them, so you can call your team over. You have 60 seconds until you replace them. Michael Lewis sitting right in the middle, because it's not an official timeout. So Lewis was doing a little spy work there.
Tom Rucker said, "Get out of here. Go back to your side."
So it's this is an unofficial timeout. It's 60 seconds. Both teams call their players over. And now, there he is. There's Lewis. He's sitting right there. McLean's yelling at him. "What are you doing? Get out of here." Well, Kruger chases him.
Could get away with it.
Smart play by the junior.
Well, I tell you, probably not as large an impact as his 5 points late in regulation and the 2 in overtime. But Guyton at the line for 2. Well, 10 seconds left, and a make here would make it a 2-possession lead, but Guyton did miss the first and has missed his last 2 free throws. A 4-point Indiana lead with 10 seconds left, and now an official timeout. A 20 taken by Indiana.
This is a 20-second
Now we'll see if Sergio McClain goes over to the Indiana huddle.
No, this is an official one. You got to go to your bench on this one. Well, you got 4-point lead for Indiana. So Illinois has got to somehow come down quickly, score, and then get fouled or somehow get the ball back. So Indiana really in a pretty good position. This situation where you let them come down, take the 2-point shot, really the 3-point shot, and guard against the foul in a shooting situation. Somewhere in that monologue, the words "no foul" were used, if not in consecutive fashion, maybe even in more stronger terms than that. Illinois needs to hurry. Tupalia feeds Chukwudebe. Foot on the line, and now a foul on Mast with 2.7 seconds left. They wanted a 3, but Chukwudebe, and he cheated on the line a little bit and missed the shot anyway. So it looks like Indiana's going to win this game, but what a great comeback and a great game for Illinois here tonight. Young team with, as we mentioned, a couple of opportunities to lay down here. They were down 15 points and looked like nothing was working right for them, but they came back and had a lead after a 15-point deficit. Lewis hits the first of his 2 free throws. And Indiana now has a 6-point lead. McClain locks one up, and it finishes 70-64. It's never easy. Bob Knight knows that. After falling behind or leading by 15. Take a look at the key play of the game, brought to you by Key Bank. Help at every turn. It was the pass by Lewis that got into Haston. Big basket for Indiana in the overtime. So Indiana goes into overtime again and prevails 70-64. Indiana with the win, 8-7 in Big Ten play, and has all but wrapped up a berth in the NCAA tournament. It's Indiana 70, Illinois 64. For John Laskowski, Dick Bramer saying good night from Assembly Hall in Champaign.